Yes, guys. So Champions League, PSG 2, Barcelona 3. What a game of football we just watched. This is what we're talking about, people. Champions League football. And yeah, great game tonight, people. Barcelona have the advantage going into the home. Well, yeah, the home legs. They're going to, of course, Camp Nou, second leg, leading by 3 goals to 2. So much to dissect today. As always, your thoughts down below, people. We're joined by, of course, Jordan and Luca. How you guys doing? You all
We're
good?
all good, mate. We're all good, mate.
Nice one. So yeah, thanks for coming on. Of
No
course,
worries.
joining me, guys. The link is there. Anyone who wants to come and have their say about the game, make sure you do that. But let's get right into it, people. And yeah, PSG winning. Sorry, Barcelona winning 3-2 against PSG. Of course, so much going into this game, as we know. Luis Enrique, former Barcelona manager, facing his former club. He's now managing PSG, of course. And yeah, I mean, these are the lineups, people, before we do get Luca and Jordan's thoughts as well. I'll give my thoughts quickly on this game and then we'll get the other panel's thoughts as well. But yeah, PSG, Luis Enrique went with Donnarumma in goal, Marquinhos, Hernandez, Bellardo, Nunmensch, Ruiz, Vitinha, Lee, Dembele, of course, against his former club today as well. Asensio, and of course the main guy, Kylian Mbappe. Barca went with Ter Stegen, Cancelo, Kabasi, Alaujo, Kunde, Roberto, Frankie Dion, Rafinha, Gundogan, of course, Jamal, and then Lewandowski. So loads were the lineups there, people. And yeah, of course, the game started off 5 minutes in, Donnarumma coming out like he's Superman. And me and Luca, right? If you guys don't know, we're both Italian, yeah, and we're both going to be supporting Italy in the Euros. And I swear to God, I'll get Lucas' thoughts on him in a minute. But if that guy does anything similar to what he did today, he was awful tonight, Donnarumma. You know, looked very shaky every time he, trying to go for the ball. In the first 5 minutes, he comes out, big chance for Barcelona, and PSG got away with one right there. And then, of course, um, Barcelona, had a very good chance 20 minutes in. Nuno Mendes, I think it was from Lewandowski. Nuno Mendes had a great off the line clearance as well. So that first half, it was very even game. I thought Barcelona had a better first half for sure than PSG did. And then eventually Rafinha did get his goal. His first ever Champions League goal, by the way, guys, for Rafinha. He did score today. And once again, awful. I don't know what Donnarumma was thinking. Again, comes out like he's Superman, right? Completely comes out like that. He didn't need to do that, and then it falls right into Rafinha's hands, puts Barcelona 1-0 up, and they take the leads. And again, awful mistake from Donnarumma. And then, as I said, yeah, I think first half Barcelona was certainly the better side. And then the second half, I thought even Mbappe was kept quiet by Barcelona. I thought Kabasi and Arujo kept Mbappe very, very quiet, and so did Kunde as well. So, but second half, people, this is how Champions League football can change so quick. Yeah, straight away, PSG come out on the blocks. Yeah, Ousmane Dembele against his former club completely sends Frankie De Jong back to Holland. Yeah, and then has an absolute rocket. What a shot that was! What a finish that was from Ousmane Dembele against his former club. Gets them back in the game. PSG 1-1. And then literally 2 minutes later, they got down the other end as well. And and this time it's an assist from Fabian Ruiz into Vitinha. 2 minutes later, PSG take the lead 2-1. That just shows you how quickly football can change. This shows you how quickly Champions League football is like as well, people. 2-1 PSG. And you're thinking right now, wow, PSG out of nothing, 2 chances, 2 goals. And then they kept on pushing PSG. And there's a whole 20-minute spell, people, where PSG were all over Barcelona. I'm like, this could, if Barcelona were not careful, this could be 3-4-1 PSG, because Bradley Barcola hit the crossbar from Ter Stegen save. Ousmane Dembele hit the post as well. And there's so much pressure on PSG. So much pressure on Barcelona that came from PSG. So, and then they didn't take the chance of PSG. And then after that, they get punished. And Rafinha, super sub, by the way, from Xavi. Pedri, back from injury, by the way. What a pass that was from Pedri in the midfield. What an assist that was. Insane pass into Rafinha, and the shot. It's like he's in the favelas, guys. You know the favelas in Brazil. It's like he's back in the favelas. That technique on Rafinha shot for the second goal, absolutely unbelievable that was. and he makes it 2-2. And then, again, some great stuff from Xavi. Christensen comes on, the former Chelsea player, wins the game for Barcelona, 3-2 win. PSG could have equalized it from Dembele. He hit the post, and Mbappe had a very good chance towards the end where he had a chance which was deflected. But overall, people, what a game that was. And I want to come to you, some obviously of the panel and some of you guys' comments as well. And I'll start with you, Luca, bro. Thoughts on that crazy game? Barcelona 3-2, man.
Well, good evening. I'm very good. Well, for me, look, I think it was a fantastic game to watch, and this is why when you have Champions League games like this to watch, this is what you love about the Champions League: goals, entertaining, experienced players in that side. For me, right, that goal from Dembele was class, absolutely class. Of course, it was a fantastic game. I thought Barcelona were in good control at 1-0. Even before when they scored that goal, that clearance from Nuno Mendes from the line was very, very impressive. And I was getting off my seat and thinking, did that ball really go in from the view when I was watching it? And then from there, I saw the replay back and he cleared it off the line, which I think was a great, great, great clearance. Because from that angle, many defenders don't even seem to have a very good clearance. Normally the ball rolls in the back of the net, but Barcelona got the goal. Rafinha tonight was class, and he is a player who I'll take as a great backup to Bukayo Saka. Yes, people might say, oh yeah, he's not Rafael Leo. Yeah, but we're not going to get people like him. But Rafinha, for me, would be a perfect backup to Bukayo Saka. We need a backup that's not even going to be saying, right, I want to get ahead of Bukayo Saka. We need a winger that's going to be very challenging with Saka, not some next big thing, right? But I thought the game was fantastic because even when Rafinha scored those 2 goals, class. That second goal was my favourite. The way he scored on that counter attack, mate, he was class tonight. And even PSG, right? Mbappe, I'm shell shocked that he didn't score tonight. I'm very, very, very surprised Mbappe didn't
I thought
score.
he had a quiet game, Luca.
He had a couple of good moments where he was dribbling, but that's not going to make you a very good game. You've got to do everything, not just dribbling the ball, and you can still have a quiet game. But I think he was poor tonight. We saw a couple of glimpses of it, and then that was about it. I think PSG's best player tonight was Dembele. I think Dembele, for me, showed it proving for a reason. I thought Donnarumma was poor. I thought he was poor tonight. And if he plays like that,
oh my days,
we
are doomed. We are doomed.
In the Euros. The Euros is in 2 months, right? And for me, right, Donnarumma, he was poor tonight. He was like Raya last night. His distribution, right, was very, very, very poor. Wasn't very commanding in the box. Should have done better on that. Should have done better on Rafinha's first, right? For me, his distribution needs to improve. Okay, don't get me wrong. Donnarumma is a good goalkeeper on his day, right? But when you have a look at two PSG and Barcelona, are they really moving forward as a football club? Because when you look at PSG's comparison, they were in control at 2-1. And I was thinking, what a great turnaround for PSG to go 2-0. And that just proves it. That's it. Barcelona, last 16 quarter-final team. There'll never be a Champions League final team. But
do you just think, Luca, I want to ask you a question about PSG. Do you just think they struggle with the whole mentality aspect of Champions League? Because we've seen them before with the golden generation, with like Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. They still couldn't win the Champions League. I think it's mentality that they struggle with.
The mentality of the football club. That PSG is a problem. It is a poison club. And for me, right, people used to be massive fans of PSG because, wow, Neymar and Messi have been at the football club. PSG's fan base is getting well gassed because it's a big profile player of the merchandise, selling loads of merchandise and venues and that. But PSG is a mentality problem. Think about Arsenal over the years. We had a mentality when we used to be in the title race over January, February, and look at us now. We're top of the league at the moment. Whether we get it over the line, at least we've actually got the mentality to continue. PSG haven't got the mentality to go on and win the Champions League. Gianluigi Buffon used to always say, right, I ain't going anywhere until I win the Champions League, right? But look what happened. He retired at the age of 45 because the guy should have retired many years before that. And he didn't want to retire until he won the Champions League. But someone's not actually going to be doing that. So for me, I look at PSG. A mentality is a problem with them, and you look at their players right now, right? They ain't got a Verratti anymore, a Ramos, a Neymar, a Messi, a Lavezzi, a Cavani. They ain't got any of that anymore. You look at their midfield. Who and their squad depth. Who is their players?
What I will say, yeah, okay, so this is a lot that went instead. I went with Donnarumma in goal. We all know about him. Yeah, Marquinhos, good defender. Lucas Hernandez, this guy called Balado, who's about 20. Nuno Mendes, decent left back. Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, Kangan Lee. That was a midfield they was rocking with today with Ruiz, Vitinha, and Lee. So
yeah, but that's the poor
look
side.
for me. No, but you gotta understand this, Luca. Yeah, Luis Enrique for me, I rate him as a manager, by the way, and of course he's coming up
He's a good manager.
against his former club today.
He was very good.
Yeah, he was so successful at Barcelona. He won the Champions League, and yeah, it was so successful there. So it's a big game for him today, right? But what he had to do for PSG. I respect a lot because the amount of players he got rid of in that summer. Yeah, he signed about 11 new players in the summer, Luis Enrique. So he's had a whole rebuild. This is his first season in PSG. He's going to win them League 1. All right, he's got him to the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
If you take Mbappe out of that PSG squad, PSG will still win the league.
Of course, because yeah, of course, because we know the level of the league. But what I'm saying is, like, with his first season, he's managed to do a whole rebuild, 11 new players, and PSG. I think they should really stick with Luis Enrique. I really do for a few more years now.
Well,
I don't know about you.
I don't think it's not a manager problem because Pochettino at PSG won the French league. Think about the previous managers before that. That French league is a piss league, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, PSG need a Champions League. They need more.
They need a champion. Yeah, but they haven't. Yeah. They haven't been around for years. PSG. They haven't been around for in fact, I don't even know when PSG actually existed as a football club. It must not be as many years ago as compared to like Arsenal and Barcelona as a club. But I'm sure PSG haven't been around for long, right? Because for me, PSG, right, a mentality is a problem. Enrique is a good manager. He was very good at Spain. But is he a better manager than Mikel Arteta? We'll find out at the end of the season, right? What Arteta does. But right now, no, Arteta's better than Enrique because Arteta is doing all right at the moment for us. But regardless to that, I think PSG, they're buying how do I phrase it? They're getting too many young prospects. That Zayn Emery looks very talented, but he's not a world-class player yet. He's going to be a world-class player probably in the next 4 or 5 years. Same as Pedri for Barcelona. But these are not world-class players yet, and there's no experience. And I want to ask a question. Of course, it's not my channel, right? But do you think PSG and Barca as a football club are finished? Do you think they're not? Do you think Barca?
I wouldn't say they're finished. I would say the levels have dropped off massively from many years ago. These are not the same clubs that we knew from years ago. Well, the Barcelona in particular, they're not the same club that we knew years ago. But just remember last season, Luca, Barcelona won the La Liga last season with Xavi. Yeah, this season as well. And I was going to move on to Barcelona after we talk about PSG and how far Xavi can take them. Yeah. Yes, they are not the same Barcelona team this season, but honestly, the path they have right now, they get past PSG. They'll play Atletico, who they've already done in La Liga, twice. And they battle Atletico 3-0. Simeone's Atletico 3-0 in La Liga. They're used to playing these types of teams. So I honestly think Barcelona can have a very good route to the final and could go all the way whoever they face against Real Madrid, Man City.
In the Champions League final. If Arsenal somehow turn it around next week against Bayern Munich, right, and we get Barcelona or PSG in the final, I'll be confident. I'd be 100% confident.
But to answer your question, I wouldn't say they're finished.
Not completely, because Barcelona, you got to remember, right? Barcelona did have a bit of financial money problems even during the pandemic.
Yeah, that
are going to have to sell Mbappe as well. I mean,
that's a big issue. The thing is, Luca, that is a big issue. Yeah, like for me, they're not finished because they've definitely dropped off levels. But Xavi's going to be leaving at the end of the season. I think Barcelona's team. You look at their youth academy; it's the best in the world for me. I don't even care. I still ban. That they had what this guy called Kabasi, yeah, centre back, 17 years old. Lamine Yamal, 17 years old, right? Hector Full, 17 years old. The amount of quality that Barca can produce, they have the best youth academy in the world for me.
They had players over the years who played. They had
When they have, and then when they get rid of Xavi, whoever comes in for them, it's gonna be interesting to see. But I don't think they're not gonna be finished. They're not finished. They had a little blip when Messi left, when they had Ronald Koeman, and then Xavi came in and he got them back up there. And I think they're going to be staying back up there with whatever manager they get. So,
do you think Barcelona can win the Champions League one day with this squad right now? No.
I think there's only a few more players. I think
you look at the defense, right? How can you win a Champions League with Christensen at the back? Maybe if you get look, people talk about you don't have to have the greatest defense. Well, you've got to have the greatest defense to go on and win the Champions League, right? Chelsea won the Champions League, right, in 2021 and 2012, right?
Yeah.
And Chelsea had injuries in that 12 final against Bayern Munich when they first won the Champions League, right? Because for me, if Barca go on to win the Champions League with Christensen at the back, and Juan Cancelo, then that's a bang average team for Barcelona. The only world-class player I say Barcelona have got in their team is Frankie de Jong. The rest are not world-class.
He was awful tonight. He got absolutely rinsed by Dembele.
He was.
On one of those goals. But I want to come to Jordan. Jordan, what's your thoughts on this game, man? Barcelona 3-2 against PSG.
Well, good game in the man. Sir. Is Donnarumma Superman or something? I'm not watching. I'm not every watching a Superman movie. I'm watching football. Is Donnarumma a superhero? This goalkeeper is just becoming a superhero.
I swear down.
But Donnarumma is turning up in the Euros when we slap Germany.
I swear down, Jordan. If this guy does anything like that in the Euros, we are doomed. Yeah, Donnarumma, he actually plays well for Italy, doesn't he, Luca? It's just PSG. It's just his club that he was awful. Yeah, he's coming out like he's Superman half the time. Didn't know what he's doing. He looked completely lost. I'm like, putting his team in danger every time he got the ball. I'm like, Donnarumma, fix up, man, because we've got Euros coming up in June, and you better be ready. Otherwise, we might play Vicario in goal. We might play Vicario in goal.
We've got 2 international warm-ups against Turkey and Bosnia and Herzegovina. And the trouble is, Donnarumma don't step his feet against Edin Dzeko, mate.
Guys, just want to say big up everyone inside 45 tuning in today. Make sure you hit like buttons up. Go and sub to Luca and Jordan as well.
One subscriber away from 6,000. One subscriber away from 6.63.
So yeah, Jordan. As you were saying, man, about Donnarumma.
Oh yeah, I'm not watching Superman Hero. I'm watching football. It's goalkeeper.
Jordan. Donnarumma is going to destroy Germany.
Jordan, thoughts on Rafinha with the 2 goals for Barca today?
Wow. Finally, somebody starts score goal. Finally. Massive. Good goal. Rafinha for my Leeds. Yeah. I think that you guys want him, but I think he did reject guys. But good goal. Rafinha. Yamal is not his day. Indeed, Mbappe side and quiet. Not his day either. But yeah, good goal by Rafinha. Massive indeed by the Brazilian Rafinha.
Yeah, you know what? I think this is a great result for Barcelona. I really do, because you got to go to second leg now. They're at home second leg. And you have to say, if you look on, who's going to go through for me, favourite's got to be Barcelona now. And I said it when I did my predictions for this game, guys. Yeah, it was always for me going to be a very tough game to predict, because both of these sides, it's sort of similar quality. They got decent managers in, obviously Luis Enrique, He's experienced. He's won Champions League before. He's been very successful at Barcelona. Obviously, got Xavi, who won the La Liga last season, is a club legend. Well, knows the game inside out, and it's his last season as well. So I always thought this would be a very, tight game and very tough one to predict. But now that Barcelona got a win away from home, and yeah, it's 3-2. It's only a one goal sort of lead in it. I do fancy Barcelona to be going through to the semi-finals, really. And I want to actually ask you guys about this Barcelona side and Xavi. Obviously, last season, this is his last season at the club for them. We've seen him in the past in Champions League. 2 years in a row, getting them knocked out in the group stages when he first, obviously got appointed for them. And then they went to Europa League, and they didn't win Europa League, did they, Barcelona? They ended up losing to Frankfurt. And obviously, Xavi this season got them out of the group stages, and got them past Napoli, got them past, well, so far, so good against PSG.
Well, so
Can Xavi go all the way, Luca, and win them the Champions League is my question.
for me, no. For me, I think Barcelona, I don't see them qualifying for December. I don't know. Will they though? Actually, you know what? Yeah, I do think they will qualify and get through but you can't rule out PSG and Mbappe, because Mbappe can show a masterclass and end up scoring a hat-trick against Barca's defence. But regardless to that, I think Barca will go through because I think Barca, for me, I don't really have a comparison who has a better squad. Right, there is individual players who have better positions, but overall as a better club, and history-wise, yes, Barca do have the slight advantage over PSG, but PSG have a better defence than Barca, but Barcelona have a better midfield than PSG, but PSG have a better attack than Barca maybe, or it's about the same even. But I think Barcelona will edge it, and I think they'll get to the semi-finals. And they'll play Atleti or Dortmund. So that means you're guaranteed to see a Spanish team in the final, right? Or possibly a German team in the final. For me, to clarify, I think Barcelona will get to the semi-final. I really do. And I think in the final, it could be Atleti in the final. It could be Atleti in the final. And Atletico Madrid have had experience. They've never won the Champions League, correct me if I'm wrong, right? But Atleti, for me, we want to go and prove it, because they've lost 2 finals to Real Madrid in the Champions League. And Atletico Madrid, they are very good at home, but away from home in La Liga, they are poor. And Atleti is a very difficult place to go to. Atletico Madrid Stadium, right, is a fortress, right?
Yeah, they have not lost yet. They've not lost at that stadium in years, man. Honestly.
No, they haven't. They barely lost that game. And that's why even at Anfield, even the Etihad as well, Arsenal this season we don't lose that much at the Emirates as well. But the trouble is, I think Barca will get to the semi-final. But talking about, do I think they'll come back as a football club? No, not yet. But they are in the rebuilding process. I do think they have much improved recently. But I look at their squad and I feel like they need to find the next Iniesta, the next Xavi. Like Lewandowski's not a world-class player. He's good, but he ain't a world-class player anymore.
He was though. He was, but I think it's over for him, Lewandowski. I really do.
I think his career's over. I think he's finished.
I think he's coming to the end of him
now. I really do, because if Arsenal went in for Lewandowski in the January transfer window, would I have taken him as a backup to Gabriel Jesus and that probably to the end of the season? But long-term wise, no, because we have a better attack than Lewandowski. Lewandowski, for me, isn't the player what he was at Dortmund and Bayern Munich. I think Barcelona, he has proper struggled at that football club. I don't think he's not managed to found. His dream was, because he could have signed for Blackburn in 2008, in case anyone doesn't know in Josh's chat, right? But Lewandowski, right? I've seen this guy live when he was at Borussia Dortmund at Arsenal, right? And when Klopp played against Arsenal in 2013. Lewandowski scored that day, right? And he was a world-class player. He scored 5 goals for Bayern Munich, right, in the same match, right? And under Pep Guardiola. But Lewandowski, right, he is not the same player. What is he at? 35, 36, right? And he has to be Poland's rescue man, right? When Poland are in danger, right? Like Lewandowski scored a winning goal, I believe, against Scotland one time, the qualifiers a few years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Exactly, man. Look, Jordan, bro, same question to you about Barcelona, man. How far they can go this season with Xavi? His last season. How far they go in the Champions League for you, bro?
I think we could have a Spanish team against a German team, as Lucas say. I think we could have a Barcelona Bayern Munich finals. Indeed. But this Xavi Menendez leaving Barcelona. He need yeah, boy.
You could have an El Clasico final. You could have
What
Barcelona.
else? He know how to beat everybody. But now he didn't PSG. PSG is shit. I don't show how far they will go, Josh. Cause look, Barcelona, they have Rafinha. They're not the same Barcelona that I know. Back in the day, this Barcelona team not going to go nowhere if he has a plan for PSG. As yeah, Neymar, Messi at PSG. That was PSG. Mbappe is the boss at PSG, but he's not in charge of the club. But Barcelona are winning this. I think it will be a Spain boss, but Bayern Munich Champions League finals. Xavi, Tuchel. So yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna be Bayern
Yeah.
winning it. I think they will be getting silver
Mm,
medal. Barcelona not winning, but pick up to Thursday again. But it will be the battle of the two Germans in goal. You when you go to the finals. Yeah, Manuel and Ter Stegen. So yeah, one of them
yeah.
will be Champions League.
It's just like looking at this game, guys. It's just crazy how quickly a game of football can change and how crazy Champions League football can really be because going 1-0 up Barcelona into half time, after I thought they were the better side in the first half. I really did, and I thought they deserved to be leading 1-0. The second half, just one PSG come out the block straight away. Dembele completely sent Frankie de Jong, destroyed Frankie de Jong, and then has that rocket shot. 2 minutes later, Barcelona switched off again. You can't be doing that in the Champions League, can you, Luca? You can't be losing concentration like that, switching off because you honestly get punished. And that's exactly what happened to Barcelona. The defense switched off, and then they got rattled after that. They were proper rattled because when the PSG scored that second goal, from Vitinha, there's a good 20 minutes. PSG were dominant all over Barca, and Barcola hit the crossbar, and then they was on. But I was like, this could be 3-4-1 to PSG. We're not careful. It just shows you the Champions League, man. Like you gotta have the right mentality for sure. If you want to win this whole thing, you gotta have the mentality.
You have the mentality. You've seen it. Chelsea, look at Chelsea right now as a football club. They're finished, right? And look back 3 years ago. People were talking about, are they going to be winning things again? Right? They might win the FA Cup this season and get sixth place this season, but that is an achievement, right? Are they going to be doing that next season? It's not guaranteed. So, regardless to that, I think you've got to have the mentality because to go on and win the Champions League. Do I think Arsenal can get to the Champions League final? No, I don't think so. But I feel like Arsenal's mentality is a lot better than other clubs in the Champions League. You saw it last night against Bayern Munich. It wasn't the greatest performance, but Arsenal did show a bit of character to somehow try and keep themselves in the tie when they go to the Allianz Arena next Wednesday.
Yeah, no, spot on. Jordan, you there, bro? No, I think he's muted.
Huh?
Oh, you're there.
Yeah?
Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan, are you there, bro?
Yes. Serious.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Hey.
So yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, we talk about mentality and with these two sides, Jordan. I was just saying how quickly Champions League can change because I don't know about you, but Barcelona dominant that first half. The better side in the first half, and then second half 2 quick goals from PSG. Barcelona looked rattled. PSG could have won the game 3-4-1 if it wasn't for them. So you know, how important is it to have the right mentality in the Champions League, Jordan, if you want to win it?
Well, as I did look before the game start with this PSG Barcelona, PSG is missing someone at defense. They're missing Hakimi, and just realized that they don't have Hakimi. And they don't know if he's still if he's injured. But yeah, yeah, Lee Kan In. He's a fantastic player. The Japanese. He's good. He needs to come to the Premier. And also Barcelona, Christian. He's a former Chelsea player. And I realize that Luka is a former Chelsea player.
Yeah,
Christensen.
Christensen for me is a former player because Christensen for me, he's rubbish. He's never been that good for Chelsea. Xavi
But,
needs to
but
Premier League.
mm,
I don't
yeah.
think he'll cut the Premier League. I don't think he'll cut. I don't think of course, he knows what the Premier League is, right? But Xavi, for me, he will not be able to cut the Premier League. It's so different compared to La Liga. It's a different tactics, a different style. It's a lot different. So I don't think he can cut the Premier League as a manager. I think European's the best thing for him, regardless.
But if Barcelona win this Champions League, I think this will be LK Gundogan's first title, joining Barcelona from Manchester
I
Yeah, I
City.
think Gundogan's first title for Barca and his second
don't know.
Champions
I don't
League.
know about Xavi as a manager. I don't see guys in Premier League. I really don't. But I think like a club maybe sort of Italian league, sort of like I don't know, like a Florentina, like a Lazio, like one of those clubs like that, like a sort of a where he can not like too much pressure on the guy and where he can rebuild his own players. And I think that will really suit the guy like Xavi because I don't think there's a lot of Barca fans who really can't stand the guy and they want him out. The club legend, they want him sacked because of how they're losing to obviously Real Madrid in La Liga and the season they're having in La Liga. But I remember when he first came into Barcelona, they was in the absolute. It's very similar to how Arteta came into Arsenal, really.
What?
And they're both similar managers as well in terms of they're both young.
Do you think Xavi can actually have the same kind of mentality as Mikel Arteta? Because when
The thing is, right, Xavi's won a La Liga. Xavi's won them the league. Arteta hasn't won us a league.
But Arteta can win the La Liga. The La Liga is the Tiki-Taka league. It's not.
You sure? Really? But okay. So how come Real Madrid's the most successful? No, but Xavi is competing with Real Madrid, Luca.
Yeah, but
it's like Arteta competing with Man City. Is that Arteta competing with Liverpool this season?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's a different league.
Xavi was competing with Ancelotti.
Look, 100% agree.
And Simeone as well.
But the thing is, it's a different league. That's the thing. It's their own division. It's like Arsenal are competing with Klopp and Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. But it's whether Mikel Arteta can win the last 7 games of the season and cross it over the line. Xavi's already crossed it over the line. But I still think Arteta is a better manager than Xavi. Because, look, don't get me wrong, Xavi has won his own league. Pochettino's won PSG. But PSG can win it with any manager because they've got Kylian Mbappe, a one-man team. So they had players back then. So, like, for example, if Mikel Arteta, for me, doesn't win anything this season, are people going to clarify that Xavi, when he won La Liga and Poch won the French division, are they going to say he's better manager? Because I think Arteta is better than Poch. Because
of course,
Pochettino's rubbish. I never rated the guy.
Of course, better than Poch. But on Xavi, what I'm saying is Xavi's won the league, though, Luca.
He's won the league.
Won La Liga.
He's won the league, but yes, he has competed with Simeone and Carlo Ancelotti.
Trophies wise, you got to give it to Xavi. But overall, as like tactically wise, and sort of like overall as a manager, maybe you can say Arteta.
Well, yeah, 100% agree with you on that one. I think trophy wise, I think Xavi gets the slight advantage because Arteta's only won 1 FA Cup in the pandemic, whereas Xavi has actually won it as a player and has won titles as a player and has won La Liga. But if he wins the Champions League this season, then what is people going to say? Are people going to say that Xavi is a better manager than Mikel Arteta?
Xavi, we need you to stay. That's what they'll say.
Yeah, they will.
If Xavi somehow finesses a Champions League,
Barcelona
they'll be
fans,
begging him to stay.
Barcelona fans are raising the standards. We're not raising the standards because Arteta might still go on to win the league or Champions League this season. That's why we're not raising the expectations at Arsenal, because the Premier League is a lot different. Like Bayern Munich are already, when I had that Bayern Munich fan on my channel for the preview the other night, they're already planning to sack Tuchel already, regardless. Even if he wins the Champions League this season, they're already planning to him. If Klopp wins the league this season, Klopp's already leaving as well. Liverpool getting a new sporting manager. But is he even better than Jurgen Klopp? Nobody knows. So if Arteta doesn't win anything this season, I know every single club is different and how it's run. But Arteta, for me, people not the 40% of the fan base is not going to raise the standards if the manager doesn't win anything, because we're in a process where he's 250 million away from spending his first £1 billion.
Yeah, for sure. Look, guys, just talking about some before we move on to the other games, because we'll talk about other Champions League games as well, people. In just a second as well.
That goal from Atleti, man. What was Dortmund doing?
Yeah, we'll talk about that one in just a minute. But just talking about, as I said, some of these individual performances today. As I said, I thought Donnarumma had an awful game for PSG. Honestly, looked shaky every single time he got the ball, coming like he's Superman as well for them. Again, I thought at times that the PSG defense looks a bit shaky. I thought Nuno Mendes had a good game. He's actually a quality left back as well, to be fair. Dembele was probably PSG's best attacker today. Obviously, I think he should have had a brace when he hit the post as well. Great finish as well that he obviously scored. Completely sent Frankie de Jong, and then had that fantastic shot against his former club as well. And he obviously hit the post as well. I thought he had a great game. The issue. I always say with Ousmane Dembele, guys. Yeah, I always say with this Ousmane Dembele guy is the guy technically is so gifted to be like a top player in one of the best winners in the world. He's got everything apart from end products.
Barcelona paid Dembele 97 million?
Yeah, exactly. But because he had a lot of hype around, and he at Dortmund he was superb. Borussia Dortmund he was superb. But then it's just when it comes to end products, he's not clinical enough when it comes to the final third. That's his issue. Like he's rapid. He has a pace, skillful, technical ability. Just end product wise, nah, he ain't good enough when it comes to end product wise. And a great goal he scored today. But yeah, he needs to be more lethal to be like classed as like a top winner for me. But yeah, he had a great game. And as for Barcelona, I thought their defense kept Mbappe quiet. Honestly, Mbappe had an awful game. I thought for his standards, Kylian Mbappe had an awful game. I thought he kept really quiet. You got this 17-year-old centre back, Kabasi, who had a fantastic game. The guy looks so experienced at 17. It's crazy. Like there's an instant where I saw him. He was one-on-one with Mbappe, and you'd expect him to dive in because he's inexperienced, but he stood his ground like he's been there before. Like he's played for 30 years. The guy, this Kabasi guy, and once again is a wonder kid. Is a talent, produced from Barcelona's academy. 17 years of age, crazy. Starting against Mbappe, doing a great job against Mbappe in the Champions League quarterfinals. It's quite mad. We have obviously Koundé as well had a good game. I thought Barca's defense really dealt with Mbappe. Frankie de Jong was awful, I thought, for Barca. Lamine Yamal was getting targeted because they knew he was a good player. He was always getting fouled. Rafinha thought he's in the favelas, guys. Ham was playing Brazilian street football. I'm telling you today, he was on smoke. And that was 2 goals he scored today. And I said that second goal, that pass from Pedri, by the way, guys, was unbelievable. But then the finish, crazy, absolutely crazy, that finish. So yeah, fair play to Rafinha. He's on smoke today for Barcelona. Lewandowski had some big chances, and I think, as me and Lucas said, I think the guy's passed it. You know, he was once a world-class player, but I think it's over him now. And yeah, I think overall Barcelona, we taking that second leg. I do see them progressing now ahead of PSG. And yeah, let us know what you guys feel about that game. Man of match for you, Luca. For me, it's got to be Rafinha
I
for
think for
Barca. I
me,
think.
Barcelona-wise, it's got to be Rafinha, but PSG has got to be Dembele because Rafinha for me was top draw, man. He showed it. He showed it in the stage and all that stuff. But Rafinha for me, I'd take him as a backup to Bukayo Saka because Arsenal are going to be looking at a backup player. Whether Arsenal will go for that next upgrade when Bukayo Saka, if they're going to go for like a Rafael Leo or anyone like that in the summer, I think we just need to get someone like a Rafinha of resistance. I think bring him back to the Premier League. I think Mikel Arteta knows what he's seen when we've seen him when he played for Leeds, when Arteta was at Arsenal. So regardless of that, I think Rafinha would be someone who I take as a backup. Is he the answer for a long term? No, but we need a backup for. And he's got Champions League experience now. He scored twice for PSG. If he wasn't on there, who else was going to step up? You really expect Lewandowski was poor tonight. He was crap.
Yeah, no, it was. Let's move on. Let's talk about a few other games in the Champions League today. Let's go to Atletico game, guys, as well. It was 2-1. I don't know what football was doing. What is football smoking? There we go, 2-1. Atletico winning. Simeone masterclass. Elite manager, people. Elite manager. This guy, I'll tell you something now, and I said it in my predictions. I'll stand by it. Atletico Madrid are going to the final. They're going always to the final. Whether it be a Real Madrid, I said it'll be a Madrid final. Atletico Madrid against Real Madrid, Champions League final at Wembley, people. Atletico Madrid, people, they're going to the final. Simeone is an elite manager. And when you play them at home, you can never beat them, people. They are.
But what if Mikel Arteta gets to the final? What if Arteta somehow puts a master plan and somehow stops buying?
Then we've got Super Mikel Arteta. Go on,
if he somehow goes against Simeone, can Simeone stop Mikel Arteta? Would Simeone be able to?
Would be Atletico one-off game. In the final. We really would. In my opinion. But anyway, Atletico getting a 2-1 win, guys. You know, as I said, they're insane at home. Rodrigo De Paul and Lino as well. The Brazilian, and this is an LFE for. I mean, Dortmund getting a good goal. To be fair, you know they did get a good goal, and you know that's something they can hold on to maybe because there's still one goal in it now going into the obviously away at Borussia Dortmund. So there's still one goal in it. So Sebastian Haller did get the goal for them, but obviously you got Atletico Madrid, all black, world class goalkeeper. He's still absolutely superb. We saw him against Inter in the penalty shootout, was superb. We got Witsel centre back, Jimenez, Azpilicueta. He's got experience there. Lino is a good win back. Rodrigo De Paul. You got Koke. You got Llorente, Molina, and then the two up front, Griezmann. Griezmann is absolutely world class. Another absolutely superb, world class player. People call him finished. Then you're delusional. I don't even care. How's he finished? Someone explains to me how Griezmann's finished. Where do people get this logic from? Do you think he's finished, Luca? Because he's not finished.
No, not yet.
He's insane this season. Ever since that World Cup, for France, he's elevated himself. He's been one of the best players.
Which World Cup? The one when they won it, or the World Cup just got
Qatar.
Oh, Qatar. Yeah, I think Griezmann's still got it, right? Because if anyone thinks in Josh's chat, right, if Griezmann's finished, and I'm sorry, people are smoking because I think Griezmann for me is a world-class player. Right? I reckon he's got another 2 seasons in him, right, at Atleti, right? Because he's an Atletico Madrid legend, right? He didn't work out at Barca, right? But what's that? Acknowledge me on your trial. Bloody hell, Jordan, what's he talking about in the chat? AFC always.
I'm AFC always, man.
Bro, are you Roman Reigns? We're talking about the tribal thief. The tribal thief.
He lost.
No more.
You did a watch along last week, you know.
I
I
reckon
fell asleep in your watch along.
Cody Rhodes.
I came on for your day one and then I fell asleep.
Oh dear, crazy.
Hey, I told you, no, you think it's a joke, me, I mean. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna
But
win?
no,
Because
but no, guys. Look at Simeone. Yeah, look how many finals he's got at Atletico in the recent years. He's bound to win one though.
He has to win something.
He needs to win one surely because he got them obviously final against Real Madrid twice, weren't it, against Madrid?
Yeah.
Back-to-back finals.
Jesus, as for the great still plays. I thought that guy was long gone now.
Like, he needs to go. Like, I honestly think he will go and get to the final. I said it before. It's going to be, for me, I said my prediction. Simeone's an elite manager. They're ruthless at home as well. Even if they play Barcelona, you know, they're used to playing Barcelona in La Liga. So I think Simeone will have something up his sleeve. Honestly, I see them getting to the final. I really do, Luca. I don't know about you, and I don't know how much you rate this Atletico side. I don't know how much you rate Simeone, but
the final's very difficult at the moment. It's really difficult. I do think Atleti will get to the final, but I don't know who they're going to face at the moment. I think it's going to be Man City. I really do.
Yeah, I'll be actually look at
what I saw last night after last night when I was coming off my match reaction last night, right? I was saying, look, I went to go and watch that Man City Real Madrid. That wasn't the levels in that game compared to where we want to be as a football club is totally different. Right? Liverpool have been there, done that, competed with them. Right? We haven't competed with them, but we are competing now. But we haven't competed with them just yet. So, Man City for me, I think they'll knock out Real Madrid. I really do at the Etihad because Real Madrid are missing Tchouaméni and Camavinga. So that's going to be a spine in their midfield, and Real Madrid are going to have to play Toni Kroos and Modric. Yes, they've got experience; they've been there and done that, but they might not have pace as them lot alongside Jude Bellingham.
Toni Kroos,
Valverde, right? But
no, but Luca, it is Real Madrid. It is Ancelotti we're talking about.
Oh yeah, Real Madrid are capable of beating Man City. I'd rather have Real Madrid beat Man City. I really do.
Yeah, same.
I think Arsenal have got more chance against Real Madrid than Man City. I really do, because we haven't lost to Real Madrid since we've ever played them, and last time we played them was 2006. You know what I'm saying? So Real Madrid for me, yes, for me they are one of the best teams in the world, but they're probably going to go on and win the league. I had Real Madrid backing to go on and win the Champions League, but something tells me, right, I think Man City are going to win it again. I don't know why, man. I really do, but it all depends on next week. I think whoever wins that tie next week will go on and win the Champions League and meet Atleti in the final. I really do.
Luca, could we see, and Jordan, could we see Borussia Dortmund maybe cause an upset in this or not?
Borussia Dortmund sheet.
I mean, let's just look at their score quickly. I mean, let's look at Dortmund's squad. I mean, they got a guy called Cobell in goal. He's meh. You got you got this Chelsea player used to Madison. Schlotterbeck's decent. Hummels is great. Matt Hummels is
the travel thief.
So Bitzer in the midfield, he's decent. Emre Can, former Liverpool player, he's decent. Ademi's a good player. This guy I've never heard of. Sancho, we all know about Jadon Sancho. Florter is a great player as well. You know, you got players like Julian Brandt, Sebastian Haller, Bruno Gittins, Marco Reus.
Julian Brandt.
That is it, really. I mean, Marlon's injured for them. That is it, really. I mean, yeah, from an Arsenal player. I mean, I don't see Dortmund progressing. How old is Matt Hummels, you say?
Cherby's age.
Let's have a look. I reckon he's 40. He's 35. He's 35.
35.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy because there's no way a 35-year-old's going to go on and win the Champions League.
Luca, acknowledge me. Acknowledge me, Luca. Acknowledge me.
Man went from Bayern Munich, Luca. He went from Bayern Munich to back to Dortmund, he went from Dortmund
Yeah.
back to Bayern, back to Dortmund. Crazy.
Jordan, I'll acknowledge you on Sunday when Crystal Palace beat you. Yeah.
Keep dreaming on, Lucas.
How's that?
Keep dreaming on.
But yeah,
Big
all right, guys.
Big thoughts on this.
I want to get Luca's thoughts on our game quickly, yeah, from yesterday, because I know I promised you that.
This is Bayern Munich.
No.
That you
Well.
beat this game.
Right.
Right. Well, I
Well,
saw your
then-
match reaction, Luca, and I must say, I was pissing myself with laughter. This fucking referee! It's a shambles! It's shambling! This
I'll tell you
referee!
what,
It's all on the referee tonight.
You need to do Champions League match reactions like you do with fan
Yeah, I know
cams.
I do.
You need to do that. You need to bring that back. My thoughts on the game yesterday, right? Look, the first 15, 20 minutes, we were the better side against Bayern Munich. But Bukayo Saka, for me, scored an unbelievable goal, right? He turned up in the big moments when it matters, and that was a world-class finish. And then my negative things I will say is that what was Saliba doing on the penalty situation? And Kivior as well. How the hell did we let Leroy Sané dance around in the penalty box?
Leroy Sané! Massive!
Yes, Jordan. But how did we let Leroy Sané dance around in our own box? And Saliba, for me, was so stupidity of giving that clumsy penalty away, right? Because for me, that referee was poor. I'm not blaming Mikel Arteta. I would have blamed him if we would have lost the game.
Hold on. So wait, Luca, you been the referee. The reason why we drew the game.
Well, yeah, well, we're going to get onto that now because for me, before I do get onto that, the referee was poor because they should have had a penalty, right? Especially from the Ryan Gabriel situation.
Gabriel, I don't know what we got away one there, man. What was he thinking?
The handball situation in his own box was definitely right. The Saka one was 100% a penalty, right? But I see one or two.
Really, 100% a penalty.
Of course it was.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%. Saka wasn't doing it deliberately on purpose to try and actually waste time. Manuel Neuer, for me, clipped him. He clipped him.
There was contact there, Luca. Now, when I first saw it, this is my take on the penalty. Yeah, when I first saw it, right? When I first saw the penalty, I was screaming on it. Obviously, I had so much adrenaline. I was so much, sort of mixed emotions. Yeah, I was screaming for a penalty when I first saw it. And when you look on the replay, there's contact there. You see contact there. Yeah, but do you see how far Saka's legs out? His legs so wide out when he's making a run. But I feel like he's paid for it, Luca. He's paid for the penalty.
I'm going to go back and watch it so many times, right? But I look at it. Look, even if his leg was far out, Manuel Neuer, yes, his leg was far out, but Neuer touched it before his leg was going forward. You know what I'm saying? His body position was there the way his leg. He had one foot going in front and his other leg was back before Neuer touched it. So a lot of people might say it was a dive. I think it was 100%.
I don't think we were robbed. People saying we were robbed. I'm not going to sit there saying we were robbed.
The referee's a joke. I don't think it wasn't Mikel Arteta's fault. I think Arteta, for me, right, got the team right yesterday. What everybody wanted to see. Everybody wanted to see Kai Havertz up front. Havertz had a shit game anyway. But regardless to that, I'm not going to blame him because when
you're blaming the draw on the referee.
I'm blaming the referee and the players, not the manager, because the players, for me, right, didn't perform against Bayern. When Bayern went 2-1 up, when Saliba gave that stupidity penalty away, right, you've got to do better than that. How on earth can you give a stupid, clumsy penalty? Why is it that when people say, right, that our defensive, right, is so much good in the Premier League, but it's different in the Champions League? Because we maybe there was nerves going into that game, right? Not just because of the history of this fixture, because this is a new squad that has never played in the Champions League apart from people like Havertz and Jorginho and that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why is it every single time when Arsenal step up, and yes, we didn't lose the game and we're still in this tie, but why is it that we're so different in the Premier League than the Champions League? And I said, right, when the team came out, I was saying, how the fuck did Arsenal draw this game with Eric Dyer at the back? I was shocked that Eric Dyer.
Look at Chairman Chief attached that chat.
That was the Man City, the way Bayern Munich, because I was confident going into that game. I went 3-1 Arsenal when I had the Bayern view on my channel the other night. Right? In 3-1 Arsenal, right? I was so optimistic with Eric Dyer and De Ligt at the back, right? Dyer is not good enough for this football club for Bayern Munich because Saka, for me, ripped him apart. And I thought Saka was my man in the match last night, right? But Trossardinho came on. Him and Jesus made an impact. But that game, for me, could have gone either way, right? We should have had the penalty towards the end. They should have had a penalty towards it. And that's why I think the referee was absolutely poor. But can we win the second leg?
Luca. The Chairman Chief talking to you in the comment section.
Only if we score first. If we don't score first, I think it's going to be a long walk in the park because you know Harry Kane's going to turn up and want to do something against us because Kane should have been sent off yesterday.
I agree with that. I think that's where the ref got it wrong is when the elbow on the Gabriel, that should have been a red card.
Bayern Munich's weakness point, right? Tuchel made one big mistake yesterday, is take Leroy Sané off. That completely changed the game. It's the same when Ben White should have gone through. We make that 2-0 Arsenal. It's a comfortable evening. We get that second goal, go into the Allianz Arena, right? But we could have battered them. And then the game changed. Not only just what I said about Leroy Sané, because Sané was their best player on the pitch. I thought Gnabry was poor after when they scored.
Hey, Luca, what's up, man?
I thought Gnabry was good. I thought he's causing us issues.
I think he was poor. I think Sané.
I thought their best players. I thought their best players was Leroy Sané, Gnabry, Goretzka, and Kingsley Coman when he came on. That was it.
Coman was good.
The rest was ban average for them.
He hit the post, and then David Raya, lucky enough.
Look at your tribal chief talking to you, your tribal chief.
If not, that would have gone in. And then we would have lost the game.
I acknowledge you, tribal chief.
I acknowledge you. Jordan, I'll acknowledge you for your 1,000 feet.
Team, like comment section, AFC, big up team.
Yeah, I agree with AFC always though. It wasn't a penalty on Saka. He flips his leg out and he made contact. AFC people screaming saying we're robbed. Look at the bigger picture, people, yeah? They're there for the taking by Munich.
The game was there for the taking, right?
Yeah, exactly. But people were saying we were robbed. I don't think we were robbed.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not blaming the manager because there isn't anything to blame on the manager, right? But the players, for me, we should be beating this Bayern Munich side. Bayern Leverkusen is 16 points clear of Bayern Munich. Like people talk about like when, we're going to beat Man City. And I called it out a 1-1 draw on my channel, right? But the trouble is, it was a 0-0 draw. And so far, the point's worthy at the moment because we're top on goal defense. But
not for long, Luca. Not for long until you acknowledge me, the tribal chief.
We'll see what happens on Sunday. We'll see what happens on Sunday when me and Josh get a reaction to it. But the thing is, right, that game was there for a taking. It could have gone either way. But Josh, do you think we'll beat them at the Allianz Arena? For me, only if we score first.
No, I've lost all confidence. And I tell you why I've lost all confidence, yeah? And I hate to say this because we've been playing really well this season, and I'm loving how we've been playing this season. I'm loving where we are, but I'm real talk now, yeah. I'm not, I'm saying how I feel, yeah. Like real talk. I don't care if you want to call me negative, delusional, fake fan. I don't care. This is what I'm saying, yeah. Can we do it, Luca? We can do it. We have the squad to do it. Bayern Munich are there for the taking. Yeah, but Allianz Arena for me is a different ball game. It's a different ball game because number one, the hostile atmosphere. Bayern have got their fans back. Yeah, Bayern have a fantastic European home record. They're very good at home. Yeah, very rarely do we go to Allianz and put up a good performance. All right, we've done it in like 2014 when we were 2-0 or whatever like that. Yeah, but realistically, yeah, they're good at home. All right. This is a fantastic result for them, yeah. They did not when we got the Bayern fan on, he did not expect to draw. He expects Arsenal to beat us, yeah. So it's a fantastic result for Bayern Munich because they're holding stat now, yeah. We've got to go there. We got to take the game. The game's gonna be open, yeah. It's gonna be open. It's gonna be end to end. It's not like we can play against like we did against Man City, Luca.
Yeah, but you know what happened? There was one thing I said in my match reaction last night, right? I said the only way Arsenal are going to go through on my channel, I said this yesterday, is we're going to be playing for penalties because Bayern Munich.
How we can do that against Manuel Neuer in goal?
Acknowledge me.
Because the last time we nearly played against Neuer in a penalty shootout, we lost, right?
Acknowledge me.
So regardless to that, Bayern Munich are going to be there open for the taking. We're going to be like this could exactly mean the only way I can see us going through is if it goes to penalties. I think we beat them on penalties.
No way, look, no way. Me too.
Because we proved it. Good enough. When you have a World Cup and a Champions League experience winner, Manuel Neuer, he is penalties.
You know which goalkeeper is it go for Barcelona for Bayern Munich? Acknowledge me.
Jordan, I'll acknowledge you when Elise scores against Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah? Breadfruit, essay.
Jordan, before we go, man, who's winning Champions League?
Bayern Munich. The Germans shine once again. I am all for the win, man. Let's go, man.
Shout your channel, man, because we'll have on both channels today.
Acknowledge the tribal chief in AFC always. Big up ED, man. Tribal chief, acknowledge me.
Guys, thanks for so much support on both channels. Jordan, do you know you had about 30 people watching you as well?
Yeah, you did, man. That's the first time.
30 people, and yeah, we had quite a few as well. So thank you very much for support as always, people. Make sure you go and subscribe to the channels as well. Sub to Luca, sub to Jordan as well. And just guys, you got any content lined up or not really?
Not much this week. Not much.
Let's go. Indeed.
Right. Jordan, you say your thing first, and I'll say mine after.
Acknowledge me.
Jordan, I'll tell you what content you've got coming up tomorrow. You've got your match reaction, Liverpool versus Atalanta. I've already seen it scheduled on your channel.
I might do one of them. Europa League match reactions.
Before this, I'm not gonna show it today, Luca. Not no show it, bro.
That'd be a good game.
We're gonna make it up there. Oh my days. Acknowledge me.
Yeah, what content? Just remember, Crystal Palace are getting a result on.
Yeah, but they come. They're gonna kneel down to the tribal chief. Acknowledge me.
Yeah, but Roman Reigns ain't coming back until SummerSlam. Yeah. But anyway,
I am the tribal chief. My name is Cody Rhodes. Acknowledge me.
I have no idea what they're on about, guys. I've never watched WWE in my life. Never watched.
But anyway, what content is coming up on my channel? Of course, yes, Friday I've got an Aston Villa preview. Of course, I do have a couple of other fans that I'm trying to find lined up. So I'm waiting for a confirmation.
Give me a Palace fan. Give me one Palace fan. Come, we need one Palace fan.
Yeah, Sunday night.
We need one Palace fan.
What are you gonna say?
We need a Palace fan. Acknowledge me.
Yeah, I know a Palace fan. Eagle Eye. There you go. Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye.
Yeah. You have to come acknowledge me.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Roman's coming back at SummerSlam.
I am Roman Reigns. I am no tribal chief. Acknowledge me.
Face Seth, yeah? To face Seth, yeah? And The Rock's facing Cody and Punk's going to face Drew. I already know what the plan is already.
You know, so I call Samantha. No, call Samantha, you know. No, ask Ricochet if you tell Samantha. So, you know, so I you do, Luca. Acknowledge me. Samantha.
I will acknowledge you when Italy beat the shit out of Germany in the summer. When Josh goes after you, when Josh goes live every single day when he does Transfer Daily from June till September, right? and the Euros as well. He will be saying Italy have beaten Germany in the last 16.
Not over when me alive.
Guys, just to remind people watching, if you're not new, subscribe. Make sure you do subscribe. We are, I think, 300 away from 7K already. So we can get 7K people
This
by the end of the season at least. By the end of the season, we get in the Euros. I want 7.5K.
I'm doing now. Big up AFC always. Acknowledge me.
Guys.
Look, I am the final boss. I am the final boss.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I might do a transfer video.
Why don't you do a match reaction for West Ham v Bayern Leverkusen?
Yeah, I could do that.
That could get you 6.7 tomorrow.
How? What time's kick off tomorrow for that?
Oh, I need to have a look.
Is it 8 p.m. or is it 5 p.m?
Europa League.
8 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Milan, Roma, Bayern Leverkusen, West Ham, Aubameyang, Marseille against Benfica, and Liverpool v Atalanta. You got a choice to pick. Me, I'd go with Bayern Leverkusen, but it's your channel.
I could do that one. Yeah, sweet. So there may be that tomorrow, guys, and then coming in the day there could be a transfer or like pre-recorded video maybe, and
Alexander Isak.
Nah chance. Or Rafael Leao. I think he's average. I don't
know who we're linked with at the moment. I've not looked.
Friday there'll be Aston Villa preview, and then Saturday there'll be opposition preview. I'm going to try and get Villa boys and View from the Stands Luca as well. We try and get him as well. So that'll be on Saturday, guys, evening. And Sunday we battle with.
No, another Villa fan as well, but he never got back to my emails. That doesn't matter anyway. So
there we go.
Let's Luca. Before we go, Luca, acknowledge me, the tribal chief.
Jordan, I acknowledge you.
And on that bombshell, we're out of it.